Welcome to Bookview. Now, continuing our look this week at the foods we eat, we're joined today by the Dutch nutritionist Carola van Bemmelen. Now, she's the author of the book that's in the Dutch language called 100% Suikervrij, which means 100% sugar-free. Now, you may be asking why we would promote a Dutch book. Well, Carola was our very first guest on the Worldview show, and she showed us how sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup, has managed to work its way into every processed food that you can possibly imagine. And as you just heard yesterday from the New York Times writer Michael Moss, salt and fat are equal culprits. But today, we're talking sugar. It's addictive. It drives me crazy. I've been having my own fight with sugar addiction and weight for the last 25 years. It's something that Carola is eminently qualified to speak about. So, without further ado, Carola van Bemmelen, welcome to Bookview.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you for this wonderful introduction.
Well, my real reason for doing this is to shame your Dutch language publisher into releasing the English version of this book and to do it quickly. I understand you're now in your second publishing, right?
I will tell them. I will tell them. Yes, the book was sold out in 3 weeks. So I've got some copies over here, of course, but most of it is sold out, and we're printing the second edition yet, and the third edition is planned also. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 editions of this book. That's a number of copies out in print there in the Netherlands. Why is this such an important topic?
It is because it's extremely addictive. It's in almost everything that you eat and everything that you can buy. And I think it's the new, just like cigarettes and alcohol, it's the new addiction that we have to get rid of to get more about who we are. And it's threatening for our health. It's just not good for us.
Now, when we talked on Worldview Show, we talked a little bit about the Sugar Challenge program that you started with a couple of friends on Facebook. And it started again on June 1st, so this is actually the second anniversary, or is it more? And you were now into Sugar Challenge too. Tell our audience a little bit about how the Sugar Challenge works.
The Sugar Challenge is 1 month without sugar. So what we do is that we challenge people to do this contest with themselves. Also, you can always join the Facebook group, of course, but it's something you do with yourself, for your own health. And it's mainly is that you don't eat sugar for 30 days and don't eat products that act like sugar in your body. Because a lot of people think that, well, when I quit sugar, it's okay. But there are so many more products that act like sugar in your body as well, like potatoes, like bread, like pastas, like chips, like all those products that you're still not sugar-free if you keep eating them.
Let's talk a little bit about some of those products that act like sugars. Now, you mentioned breads and potatoes. Those are some of the more commonly known carbohydrates. Is it also true that alcohol acts like sugar in your body?
Yeah, it also acts like sugar.
Tell us a little bit about how that works, because particularly in this country, that's going to be a shocker to a lot of people.
Well, with alcohol, we need sugar to get alcohol. The alcohol is yeast that lives on sugar, and it also what it does it goes directly to your liver, and your liver is filtering all the bad things out of your body, and the alcohol, it affects your liver as well. But it also brings your sugar, I don't know how you call it, your blood sugar, it makes your blood sugar higher so that you crave for more.
It sounds like just one vicious cycle and circle that just keeps going on. So the more you eat, the more you crave, the more you crave, the more you eat. And of course the liver plays such a vital role in the body of getting rid of toxins, and we're just continually overloading it, are we not?
Yeah, we are. So our liver is very, very overloaded with everything we eat, with everything we drink, but also with stress, with all kinds of stuff that bring in toxins into the body. And when you quit sugar, your liver is also overloaded because it's starting to cleanse the body.
Now, this is going to air on the 12th of June, and of course the Sugar Challenge began on the 1st. Can someone start the Sugar Challenge at any time?
Yeah, people can start any time. What we do is that we 4 months a year, we have a very big Sugar Challenge to create momentum. And June is one, September is one, January and March. Those are the 4 months that we have what we call here, how can I say it, for the whole country, but for whole Europe will be as fine as well, and for the whole world will be okay also. So people can join, but you can always start your own Sugar Challenge, and why wait? Just do it, because waiting is just an excuse for not starting. So begin.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're speaking with Carola van Bemmelen. She's a Dutch nutritionist on the Bookview program. Now, Carola, when we had you on Worldview, we were talking about finding sugar in things such as toothpaste and meat and so many things. And I found myself, sitting there at breakfast in Disney Village with my daughters and just trying to avoid sugar. I mean, it was in the cereals. It was in every package I seemed to look at. Talk a little bit about some of the places where we find sugar that's going to make us crazy.
You find it everywhere. You find it in restaurants. You find it in dairy products. You find it in what I said, in meat, in cereals, breakfast cereals, in bread. There's sugar in gluten-free products. A lot of gluten-free products, which you think that they are very healthy, they contain lots of sugar, lots of low-fat products. They put it in some extra sugar to get some taste. Anyway, so it's something that's been used to conserve products, to make them look better. It's an easy thing to put into stuff. That's why they do it, and it's cheap. And also people get extremely addicted to it, so they're eating more, and the rates and the selling rates are going up.
The major food companies were actually putting sugar into things like the breakfast yogurts that we eat, and even spaghetti sauce, just to improve on the taste. Is it more than taste?
It's what sugar does in our body. So it's the sweet taste, of course, because from nature we don't have how do you say that? We can keep eating sweets. And when we get back to very, very, very long time ago, then it was okay because we needed the sugar to build our fat reserves for the winter. But now it's in everything and it's everywhere, and we can get it all year round. So it's a different kind of thing. So it's the sweet taste that is addictive, but it's also the chemical reactions that sugar gives in your body.
Absolutely, and Michael Moss talked about the bliss sensation, or the point of bliss, at which there's a point at which you have so much sugar that it starts to go inside of you, but they strive in the chemical composition to get to that bliss point where you just have got to have more.
Yeah.
Well, the book is 100% Suikervrij, which is Dutch for saying sugar-free. Carola van Bemmelen has been with us today. It's in its second printing. If you are a Dutch reader, you can get it in most of the Dutch bookstores and online via bol.com, and a third printing is on its way. And we are, as I said, as a program, are trying to shame your publisher into coming out with an English edition.
They will. Yeah, they're really stressed out now with all those extra printing. So I'm just a bit polite to them yet, but there has been interest also in Germany and in other countries. So I think they will be working on it.
We're not going to be polite at all. We want this book. We've seen the good that you've done on our program and other programs, and it's been a pleasure having you back here, Carola.
Thank you.
All right, and give us your website again. Your Facebook page is?
My Facebook page is Carola van Bemmelen.
That's Carola VanBemmelen. Carola van Bemmelen.
Yeah, and the website is sugarchallenge.nl.
Well, it's great talking to you again, and best of luck with the book. You've been watching Bookview with Dennis Campbell. Stay right here.